Hi, this is Mark Olsey with the Tuesday tune-up video. And I have a special guest on today that I thought I would bring along and share with you. Of course, that guest is my wife, whose name is Zarin. If you've not met her, you know how I like to introduce you, honey. Zarin, with your name meaning golden sunshine, and I always say of my life, and that's really true. But here we go. Okay, so we want to do a short video of an experience we had a few nights ago, because the assignment I gave everybody this week was to do a pause, listen, echo, disarm kind of experience, and kind of go back and forth so we kind of get the practice of that. Well, you and I had a chance to practice that a few nights back. I had come out of my office. I was texting a couple of people. You were sitting down at the table, and you said something to me like, do you remember?
I think I just expressed that I felt like a lot of times you reply to other people's texts and you don't reply to mine. Like I can tell if Mark's replying to a family text, but don't always respond to mine as quickly.
Yeah. So. Only when you said that, I kind of heard a little bit of a hurt tone and some frustration tone. But if I were to play it back in my ears, I heard something like, how come, I wish you would respond to my texts, as fast or as quickly as you do to others. And I just kind of heard a little bit of that in there. And then I got to tell you, I confess, I reacted. I don't know if you remember that so much, but I felt it in here. I reacted. And I remember saying something like, what? Why? What do you mean? I texted back to yours too. Why are you saying that? And I had several, 3, 4, 5 sentences like that. And then I realized what I was doing. I did what most of us do naturally when we're in a conflict situation. When someone expresses something to us, on the natural level, most of us, we react. And I did the same. I caught myself, I was reacting. And then I'm not sure if you quite remember or not, but I remember then saying, wait a second. I realized I've just kind of reacted. Let's try that again. So I think I might have said, can you tell me a bit more what you were thinking?
I don't think it was like I think it was more like a subtle reaction because I wasn't really put off by that. But I do remember you saying kind of, wait a minute. And then I feel like you listened more or listened better and were able to echo back what I said.
Okay.
And then do you remember we even realized that maybe my texts weren't quite coming through to you always. And you a lot of times hadn't gotten them. So that was adding to the problem. But yeah, I felt like you were able to echo and really validate me.
Okay. So by slowing down, coming back around, I was able to do that, and you felt that. So a couple of things I want to mention. First off, naturally we react. I do myself, but naturally it's what happens. Okay. And I think particularly it happens when it kind of comes out of the blue, right? Like I had a thought, like if you and I were to have a conflict conversation, and I kind of like calling it that. If we were to have a sit-down conflict conversation, we might could be able to say something to each other. Hey, I want to talk about something, and I know it can be a bit of a conflict. Can we practice the principles, or just be aware of that? And I think what the effect of that would be to cut out that natural reactive kind of a thing, because it would be like just a bit of oh yeah, let's remember now as we sit down to do this, that it would be helpful to do that. So I think that's just a helpful tip. If you're working with someone, to say, hey, can we sit down? I have something to talk about, and can we use the principles or the process, right? But because we didn't do that part, and you brought it up, I reacted. It didn't go well. However, and then I noticed it, and that's not next little point. When you realize it's not going well, you can just say, hold on, wait a second. I realized I didn't do really well. And you get back on track, jump back in, use the principles again, You're smiling. Are you thinking of something?
Yeah, because I did that today. I reacted to a teacher in my school. And then later, once I got in my classroom, I was like, oh, that was not good. I need to go apologize to her. So I did. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you had the same kind of
Yeah.
experience. There you go.
Yeah.
And probably had a better outcome as a result.
Uh-huh.
So, and the same thing happened with us, right? So by coming back, jumping back in, saying, "Hey, I didn't do really well. Let me listen, echo, disarm, and validate by disarming." You felt the effects of that,
Yeah.
and it was a much more positive interaction.
Uh-huh.
And we learned from each other and what was going on. As you then also were open to hearing my perspective of maybe how this is happening, and we're able to come up with some solutions and so forth.
And you were really kind because you said it made you sad that you felt like you were sad that I felt like you were, like not like you were intentionally not responding to me. Just so that was really sweet.
Yeah, thanks. Cool. Good. All right. There was our PLED back and forth this week. I want to share that with you and say practice and try that this week, and we'll
see you in class.
Reconvene in class this week. Yep. Here we go. All right.